see you in the dark, 'cause I've been where you are, but too scared to show me love, 'cause too fresh with the scar. Well, I don't have the answers, so I won't tell you lies. You were there when I was down low. Well, you gotta live your own life. She said, I can't let this happen. No, I can't let this happen again. I found my love and I don't wanna lose it again. I told you all my secrets, lover. Now I don't want to have to speak to another, my dear. And I find it hard to fully trust you. And I'm staring at this multicolored cluster of lust. I know. She said, I can't let this happen. No, I can't let this happen again. I found my love and I don't wanna lose it again. And I value all that we discovered. We set free. We set free those emotions left uncovered, my dear. An echo of our times that before us. Eyes in the mouth, she looks just like you, my dear. I said, I can't let this happen. I can't let this happen again. I found my love and I don't wanna lose it again. I see I can't let this happen. No, I can't let this happen again. I found my love and I don't wanna lose it again, girl. No, I don't wanna lose you now. 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 What a great way to begin. This particular stream, I would consider this like a revisit of Mackology, charismatic dialogue. want to break this down. I feel like there's a lot of nuggets just within this video. I did it about 2 years ago. So in the meantime, between time, let's listen to another one. I want to listen to this one in particular. I'll make it all make sense. I promise. Don't think about it too much. There's no need for us to rush this soon. Don't think about it too much. This is more than just a new lust for you. Don't give up your heart. Don't you tell me that you care. Don't give up when your heart's done. You tell me something's gone wrong. Wholehearted, you care. I know you care about me. You care about me. I know you care about me. I know you do. Don't think about it too much. And there's no need for us to rush this soon. Don't think about it too much. Yeah. And there's no need for us to rush. Yeah, I had to allow that to breathe. It just came up in a shuffle. And, FYI, don't ask me who the artist is. I hate that question. And make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and hit the Cash App. Got to make yourself useful at some point, right? But anyways, the Charismatic Dialogue. This piece I did 2 years ago. It's a breakdown. It was piggybacking off of another piece where I was talking about putting charisma in your conversation. And that's what it birthed, the Charismatic Dialogue. I was talking about how it's something that builds equity. It's something that's natural in you, but it also builds equity. But anyways, shall we begin? I'm gonna break this down 50 seconds apart and get an idea or a better understanding of how this actually works. These are just my thoughts based on the brevity of my experience, just like all of my content is. The greatest book that you actually own is your own mind. See, these experiences you can't manufacture. Many people come against what is actually the truth, what is actually perfect, what is right and exact. And that's something I stand on. The message is perfect. The man is a great representative of that message. I came in here with that carry, and I'm going to leave out with that carry. Okay. That's one thing that you have to expect is that, unsuccessful people are always going to talk about successful people. I've noticed that either you're successful in your vocation, successful with women, you're successful in your masculinity, you're successful in just pretty much anything, especially with
You know, I hate to say this, I ain't gonna say our people, but they're not my people, but you have that issue with them, or they have that issue with you because I don't have an issue. Yeah. Anyways, let's begin. When it's all said and done, there'll always be more done than said. But I do love a good conversation, though. I mean, it's like arts. I consider myself Rembrandt. Yeah, I kind of lean more towards Jackson Pollock. Between you know his creativity with the colors and the symmetry and discipline of the artwork. It's definitely a one of one, and the only one that can actually do that. Kind of like me. That is the truth. A conversation, depending on how you look at it, is how it's going to be conveyed. If you look at it as an art, and you look at your conversation as a work of art, then it's going to basically show and prove that it's poise, posture, and position, as well as perspective. When you look at your conversation like that, when you look at actually having equity, in your confidence and competence and charisma, you know, you have that when when you have it already figured out in your mind exactly who you are, where you're going, and what you're about. Hmm. I'm telling you, people will follow you. You guys just want women to follow your lead. No, everyone follows your lead when you have it like this. See, having the skill set to speak smoothly has a lot to do with your emotional competence and mental resolve. Because I believe that enables you to choose your words wisely. Right there. You know, control of yourself. That's really the only thing you can, control, in your life is yourself. Other things to a certain extent, but, you want to make sure that you just have the influence. See, the influence does the work for you. But how do you get the influence? It's a good question, right? I mean, there was one of those books that came out a long time ago, How to Win Friends or something like that. And I don't know what it was. How to Win Friends and Inspire People. I don't know what it was. I'm messing it up. But, it doesn't, you don't need a book. You just need to actually be exactly what I'm telling you. This is a better book. And gives you the ability to express and project your thoughts in the proper light and setting into how it's a work of art. It's like not only hanging up the painting, but you know putting the vases in the right place, putting the sculptures in the right place, putting the plants in the right place. It's feng shui, positioning. Do you know anything about feng shui? About what to put in place, choosing your words wisely, feng shui. Hopefully that's making sense. Let me know. The woman that you're talking to feels. I mean, isn't that important to you? It's important to me. See, developing your train of thought is something that is a craft. It's a skill set, and my methods of choice, I can say, were vocabulary building methods. And that's one thing. I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit too. I'm gonna run that back as far as the importance. That's why I say make every conversation count. You have to make everything you say and do count because it matters. It's what you put into motion. Because I actually was not even just talking to women, it's just talking to people in general. I make every conversation count. And how I make every conversation count is, being alert, being in the here and now, and creating the moment. Just created a moment earlier. Give you an example. It's slight personally. My Joan had crashed her Jag. Fortunately, well, she didn't crash it, or it didn't really crash. It just got nixed by Amazon truck. Okay. So she had to go down and do something else. She had her other car, so it was fine. So, was able to soothe her with my words, with my conversation. So she was able to relax and handle the situation the right way. Okay. She was going to handle it the right way, but it's just minus the stress. And how did I do that? I made the conversation count. I make everything count, and being in the here and now, making anything of an importance. And she's going to take what I say into strong consideration because of the strong example that I set before her. And I didn't ask her to follow my lead. In fact, I didn't ask her anything. I just show improved. The ism is more than just words. Let's get back to it. See, having the skill set to speak smoothly has a lot to do with your emotional competence and mental resolve. Because I believe that enables you to choose your words wisely and gives you the ability to express and project your thoughts in the proper light and setting into how feng shui, the woman that you're talking to, feels. And her feelings. Is that important to you? How to talk into her feelings and create new ones. Didn't tell her to what? Feel better. I just showed her how to have better feelings about what's going on. Okay? Isn't that important to you? Is that important to you? It's important to me. See, developing your train of thought is something that is a craft. It's a skill set. Are you paying attention to that? Developing your train of thought. It's a craft. It's a skill set. How many times you come outside and just you just wander and just roam around, instead of really actually having, an actual direction of where you're going. You can't guide someone if you have no guidance. You can't direct somebody if you have no direction, no sense of direction, no sense of self, you know. I can be quite a few things, nigga. But as far as being confused, as far as being broke, as far as being a sucker, I've never heard anybody say that to me, say that about me. I might want to say just even women. I'm just saying people in general. All right. Why is that? Hopefully you're paying attention. I mean, if you were ever called that, been that, then it's your opportunity to, fix this. Don't even worry about that. Don't even wet that. That was then. This is now. Focus on right now. And and you know what? And that's another thing. It's another like it just popped. I said something that I just noticed just now, not just with this, but just the conversation I just had with you about. I said even when I said I've never had anybody call me broke, right? This is even when I was broke. People didn't call me broke. Why is that? I made them see my value. Or I can't say I made them see my value. I caused them to see that. Or I just caused myself to just go unnoticed with that. Not trying to get attention. It's just there. I got another video where I'm going to break that down. Whereas though with yeah. I'm going to break that one down, and I'm also going to have another video that I just thought of just right now. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Be on the lookout for that. Methods of choice, I can say, were, vocabulary building methods. And also asking myself the right questions, right? But also, it's funny because when I was a kid, I was a bit mischievous, and I'd be in my room, I'd be on punishment. So my Nintendo or whatever game that I had at the time was basically stripped from me. And the only thing I really had was encyclopedias, dictionaries, coloring book, writing book, pencil, crayon. So that also helped, not even realizing it. It's probably the only third grader that had a college level reading comprehension from that. Yeah, so I would encourage you to read. If anything, read books, be an advocate reader. And don't ask me what book would I recommend. What book would you recommend? You guys got to start thinking for yourself. And I've been patient. I haven't said anything for the last 3 years when people ask me these questions. But I'm just telling you, you need to start thinking for yourself. This is what's going to help you in the long run. I'm not trying to be an a-hole. I think that's very important. That's a way of actually developing your personality as well as developing your conversation, because it's all one and the same. Muffled thoughts, mixed energy in your conversation, But it takes time to master that, and a lot of practice, to govern your energy. Right there, govern your energy. This is how a lot of women actually change their mind with you guys. This is how you end up getting ghosted. This is how women just say no to you. This is how women just give you the stink look. This is how women just try to avoid you because you have mixed energy, mixed signals. You're all over the place. In fact, she's more gathered than you are, she's gathered because of survival. She's trying to survive. You're not supposed to survive. You're supposed to thrive, And when you're trying to survive, you want to look like what you're going through, your trials and tribulations. You know, that has nothing to do with anything, you know. That's just something that's happening for you, not happening to you, you know. That's it. That's the level of importance that you should put it at, and leave it from there. Don't do too much thinking about it. It's all par for the course. I look at every problem I have as just say it's all par for the course. Good or bad, in between, it's all par for the course. It's like whatever. I'm not allowing that to stress me out. I don't allow things to stress me out. Keyword, I don't allow things to stress me out. And guess what? How effective is my communication at that point, right? How clean is the pipeline? If that's going to be the conduit to the heaved up place, right? To the heavens. I'm speaking from the heavens. Conversation should be heavenly. That's what charismatic dialogue really is. It's heavenly conversation. Gosh, I really hope this is getting in your brain. And to develop a good think piece. Now, I had to work through my dialect and speech impediments in order to excel. And I had shortcomings, I had to, because of my dialect. And that's hard to really, learn, English. You think that's easy because, all right. Whatever. There's arts that we call communication. But what I discovered, a very good fundamental advantage is that I'm pretty comfortable and articulating how I feel. See, that conveys my perspective through the interactions more vividly, lively. Yeah, conversation is just like a dance, an up close and personal dance. It's like I think of music. Do you think of music? Think of music and I think of art, That's why the conversation is refreshing. That's what the charismatic dialogue is. And, in another way, putting it, it's refreshing. It's new air. And that's the problem. Women are so used to hearing what you're saying because it's so cliche. It's so basic. It's already like time, like, oh, here we go again. It's the same air trying to get into the balloon, First, you got to take out all that old air that was there before and then put in new air. Maybe I'll make a video showing you how to do that. Or maybe I already did that. The law of influence. You're welcome. See, it's just a way how you incorporate it. Because it allows the conversation to flow and give it, the color, the symmetry, the texture. It's just another way of how you can actually connect with the woman that you're talking to, if that's important to you. See, I like to give compliments and show my level of appreciation to her when the occasion arises. And I also like to be attentive to, who she is and what she has going on. Because I like when she can actually feel her emotions and understand where I'm coming from. Because I like to notice the things about her that nobody else notices and put that on notice.
It's like unraveling the mystery of who she is. This is how you can really intrigue a woman and draw her into you like a conjure.
Come on now. You tap in. It's tapping into the waters, tapping into her conscious, tapping into her emotions, you know, feeling her emotions as well as creating the emotions. And you feel her emotions because you're creating the emotions. So you're going to feel her emotions if you're creating those emotions in her. Twisted likes to say playing in her emotions was really creating, her emotions. She's around you because she wants to feel different. Come on, you guys. Oh man, this is just
See,
it's
also
2022.
where a lot of guys go at is making that initial contact and, you know, of the eyes. That's very important. You don't want to stare, but you want to engage with your eyes while you're talking because that projects confidence in what you're talking about. And it also shows interest into what she's talking about. If you are listening and listening intensively.
And they say confidence is an external thing. Someone said that was ridiculous. It's anything to basically chop apart certain things because no one's really listening to them and they're boring. Dry as bones. And they say self-esteem. Do I sound like a person that has low self-esteem? Do I sound like a person that's lacking confidence or is a bit overconfident? Or does it just sound perfect? The better you know yourself, the more effective you are. And what did I say about before? The more what you are, the more potent is what. And what did I say? I'm a god amongst men. Okay. That's not just a cute saying.
Because when that interaction is taking place, it's like a moment of reflection,
Mm.
you know? And I love to reflect on what she's saying in response to what I'm saying. Plus,
That means you're paying attention. And women love when you pay attention. Pay attention. Don't be a goober. Pay attention. And I have the attention span of a mayfly, but yet I can still do that. So what's your excuse?
it also shows her that I have a level of neutralization and I'm pretty collected and gathered properly.
Talk to him, Ice.
Not scattered energy.
Talk to him, Ice.
See, many people love to hear themselves talk, but very few are smooth.
Talk to
Even
him, Ice.
fewer are smooth as me.
That's
Just
true,
to be
Ice.
honest with you. See, this is how you apply charisma in your conversation. This is also how you add equity into your competence by exuding integrity in your emotions and in your mental think piece or your
Right there. Integrity in your emotional competence. When people talk about emotional intelligence, they talk about it now, or I've been talking about it since the beginning. If you look at the esoteric seduction, look at even just the beginning, the wise of the serpent. Yeah. But that is what that is and what it comes from. Where it comes from is where as though it's already settled. It's that song by Kanye West, Nobody Can Tell Me Nothing. You can't tell me shit about me. I'm in me and dealing with me. I'm not dealing with you. Ever. But I'm doing this, and I'm doing it well. Hallelujah.
See, the key is being able to figure out what she wants, even if she doesn't know how to articulate it herself. And being that man that can give that answer to her heart's concerns.
Talk to him, Ice.
As I said before, you have to practice with yourself by asking yourself the right questions.
Preach it, black man.
Because then that helps you to ask the young lady that you're talking to the right questions. Now, you don't want to say certain things like,
yes,
how
Lord.
was your day? Because that is lame as hell. I mean, that type of shit will automatically decrease your value in her eyes and will put you in the friend zone. Let's just keep it real. That's very important to you, right?
Of course it is.
And you care. It's the difference between being in the friend zone and being in the end zone, celebrating.
Doing the icky shuffle, or I like the icky shuffle. I even like the prime time joint. Yeah, doing the prime time. Yeah. But you guys care. That's your problem. That's why you hear the complaints. You guys care. This is better than any pill you can take. This will actually solve a lot of your problems with women. In fact, probably even all of them, to be honest with you. Just this one video alone.
Yeah. See, instead, you should introduce the question like, tell me, what did you do today? See, that's generating a command with tact. By beginning your conversation with tell me, you are projecting the inner strength of who you are. See, it's one thing for certain, a woman will provide a pleasant response to the right question. Trust me on this.
Talk to him.
How abrasive she might act or aggressive she may appear. At the end of the day, she knows how to respond to strength and how to feel comfortable towards a man that understands what he's talking about and what he's doing.
Haven't I been saying that all throughout? Not just this live stream, but in previous ones. I even cammed up and told you.
Proper projection. Because power knows how to back down to power. Some of you nerds like to call it compliance or whatever. See, the success of your conversation is solely dependent upon the interest that you pique and the interest in her, because that will outweigh the potential doubt that she has about you. We all have it.
Preach it, black man.
I don't know anyone that has ever taught you this, or if anyone can teach you this. God bless them. But anyhow, see, choice words and asking the right questions is the key that unlocks the door to unlimited opportunities. Don't you want unlimited opportunities? See, it's like the thumb that turns the pages in her mind because she's a beautiful story. Once you understand how to proofread, once you understand how to look at the table of contents, once you
preach that, black man,
how to read the intent of the author and who
as being the pulse of life. Yeah.
she is giving thanks to in the beginning pages. Can you turn the pages of her mind?
Can you turn the pages of her mind? Being the pulse of life.
See, there's no such thing as runaway hypergamy if a woman is emotionally wealthy in you. And the way that she becomes emotionally wealthy in you is being comfortable in your conversation and in the emotions that you are creating in her. She has to feel, allow her to feel where you're coming from at all angles, just like a Jackson Pollock painting in many colors, in many textures. Peace and blessings.
I just realized that I'm just from another planet. It's just I'm not even saying it from just a standpoint of just really bragging or whatever like that, man. I'm just telling you the truth. I could have just done just this video, my channel, and just left it at that. In fact, I might be just doing that. I might just lock all my videos up. I might even lock this live stream up. I don't know. Just keep that video up. I'm done. But anyways, I'm play a song to end that with. If anybody has any questions, put them in the comment section. I'm gonna play one more and we're out of here. We outie.
No one knows me like the piano in my mother's home. You would show me I had something some people call a soul. You dropped top the sky, oh, you were right when I was 3 years old. No one knows me like the piano in my mother's home. You know why I flew the nest, and you know I won't be alone. And in my chest, you know me best, and you know I'll be back home. An angel by her side all the time. They said that it's hurt, time notice inside. I kept the feelings close.